Let's discuss for a moment America. It's a country founded on lies. Let's be honest. Christopher Columbus, 1492, was given credit for discovering America, but actually he discovered the islands on the outskirts of America. And what they don't tell you in the history books is at the end of his time in the Western Hemisphere, or in this part of the Western Hemisphere, he was actually taken back to Spain in chains because of the genocide he committed on the group of islanders that he came upon. Fact. The Constitution of the United States looked at blacks and people of color as being 3/5 of a human. They took that out because they wanted to at least give the impression that the Constitution and that this country could live up to the lie that is always perpetrated, and that was equal opportunity for all. Okay, let's come into the present day. We see now that the NFL has decided that kneeling to protest the brutality of Africans and African Americans and people of color at the hands of the police is something that doesn't run well with them. But let's look at the history of it all. See, if you look at the history of it all, you understand why the police are the way they are. See, the police are protected by what was known as the Casual Killing Act of 1669. Look it up in the history books. They're not going to teach you this in school. The Casual Killing Act, what it actually did was it said that as long as they could show that they murdered a slave without malice and during the course of correction, they can't be charged with a crime. If you look at many of the police shootings in this country today, this is what happens. I was fearful for my life, so I killed him without malice. I was trying to capture him. He was killed during the course of capture. Well, it was during the course of correction. Some would say that's a stretch, but really it isn't when you actually look at it. Because for all that we know of this country is one thing, and that is it's based on a lie. For those people who get all worked up when you see that flag draped across the football field in the NFL during the National Football League games, the thing you have to remember is this. According to flag etiquette, the flag is never supposed to fly like that. It's supposed to fly free, and it's never supposed to touch the ground. It's never supposed to be worn. But this isn't what you're shown, this isn't what you're told, and because you're not shown this and you're not told this, you believe what you see is being real. Another fact about that whole flag and National Football League and all that is they don't tell you that the Department of Defense 2013 started paying the NFL and other sporting events to drape the flag so that they could boost recruitment in the military services. So don't believe the lie when they tell you it's all done out of patriotism. It's not. For the NFL, it's all about money. That's how it has been. That's how it is. That's how it always will be in this country. All about money. Lastly, brothers and sisters, understand this. Understand this. At the end of the day, Colin Kaepernick was blackballed. He was blackballed because he took a stand by kneeling. Understand this. Eric Reid was blackballed. He was blackballed because he took a stand by kneeling. And understand this. Whenever you have rich white men, especially Jerry Jones at this point, who basically says that all of his boys are going to be towing the line with hand over heart when the national anthem is played, what you really have to do is look at the symbolism of it all. The symbolism of it all is this. Jerry Jones is a slave owner. And as a slave owner, he could tell his slaves exactly what to do. You already seen one come out, Dak Prescott, and said he's going to be on the line because he don't feel like that's the right venue. Well, if not then, when? See, people like Dak Prescott is the worst kind of person of color because they accommodated races and racial views to further their own comfort. But at the end of the day, as it always happens, that comfort at some point is going to be disturbed by the very people he's striving to accommodate. So brothers and sisters, overstanders, I'm only one man. But there are many of us out there who overstand and actually see what's happening in this country. People say, well, racists are emboldened. No, racists can be emboldened because when you have the president of the United States call African countries shithole countries, that gives a wink and a nod to the racists. That lets them know that, hey, it's okay to come on out. You don't have to wear your sheets no more and your hoods. All you got to do is just walk around because we're protected anyway. Like I was said, the history books won't tell you about the Casual Killing Act of 1669, but what you should do is research it yourself. Teach your children and let them understand that when a policeman, be he black or white, puts their uniform on, he's accepting all the benefits of the Casual Killing Act. And just understand this too, brothers and sisters. When you see them comfortable enough to call the police on an 8-year-old girl who's just selling water, what that tells you is they're comfortable with the potential that that 8-year-old girl might be killed. Have a wonderful day. If you like my video, hey, subscribe. I'm going to put more out there. See, there's no fear in a man who can face the truth. But a lie always trembles in the presence of the truth. Have a wonderful day. Subscribe, share. Even if you get the idea, hey, look, tell your friends about the channel. Because I'm coming bigger, I'm coming stronger, and I'm coming harder. Goodbye.